Live here at the foot of Turkey Cock Mountain at American Times Publishing. I'm getting feedback from that. Here at American Times Publishing in the world headquarters of the Dixieline Connection. We are live. It is July 15th at 4:12 p.m. Welcome to the live feed. We're going to talk about Ernest Hollingsworth today. Why are we going to talk about Ernest Hollingsworth? Because I know we're going to get plenty of hits. It'll be the most popular video I do this month. What's going on, John Anderson? What's happening? I already got the pucky over here. And give Daddy some kisses? Oh. Hey, Eddie. How you doing? Yeah. Game to the Bone, UK. How you doing, man? How you doing today? I'll put them down there, buddy. You're going to get in those wires. You're going to get in them wires. You're welcome, Chief. You're welcome, Chief. I appreciate the order. Thank you very much. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about where Mayday come from and how he got created. Mayday, the great Mayday, grand champion Mayday, and where he come from. Hey, Scott, what's going on? Lero! Hey, let me get the horn out here. What's happening? What you say, Brandon? John Anderson, Rack City. What's happening, man? Big shout out to y'all. Y'all be sure to get them memberships. Lots going on back there. Lots going on. Yeah, there's big old Mayday with Victor. That's a cool picture. Not like they really posing, just kind of like they chilling. They all. John Wilkins, what's going on? But they all come from this bitch. They all come from Lady in Red. Jimmy Mack, what's going on, man? Mike Dan, what's happening? But they all come from this bitch, which was Lady in Red, who's the foundation bitch of the bloodline. Let's see here. I got another picture. There's another picture with the old man with the dog. Old Ernest with his dog. But I'll tell you, I still don't know how them dogs went from looking like this to like, that's my preacher dog right there. That's my preacher dog. Now, he was out of Patty. He was out of Patty and Lady in Red. But look. Bulldog. And that's that dog Preacher. And he was directly off of Patty, Paddy, and Lady in Red. Yeah, I think I got a picture of him. Hang on a second here. All these pictures are pictures I took. Now, that's another one I had out of Patty and Lady in Red. There you go. There's Hollandsworth's yard in his house back there. That's where he lived. Greg, what's going on? Live. Woo! But when I met him, he'd never been to a match. And the first match he ever went to was when Bolero and Bridget matched each other. And in my opinion, that was one of the best matches I ever seen in my life. Marcus the Great, what's going on? That's what I need is some edibles, man. To chill out. Shit, I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got some right here. I got some. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Very good. Mm-hmm. Because he didn't have any. Because he didn't have any. So anyhow, so I bought a dog from him. I bought that velvet bitch. And, you know, I give her credit. She was a good game dog. That's her right there. Sorry to picture sideways. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, he said he was lining up on Toot. You know, when you looked at his pedigrees, like when you looked at this dog's pedigree, like this velvet bitch here, this, and she she's really line bred too. And these dogs were way more Toot than they were Bolio. So, that could be why they had the difference, you know, or he just got lucky. I mean, to spook produced Bully Son Eli Jr. and Brendy. You know, this lady in red bitch was a producer. Oh, yeah, lady in red. Yeah, they tombstone dogs, man. But so anyhow, I put him on the map, man. When we matched that bitch, and I sold her right away afterwards. And them boys bred her to some red boy stuff, and it produced real nice. And Hollandsworth basically copied the breeding when he bred Dolly to yellow and produced Mayday. Oh, who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, Patrick had no consistency in his dogs. You know, there was no consistency in Patrick's dogs. When you looked at Ernest Hollingsworth's dogs, there was consistency. They all came out looking the same, acting the same. I met that dog. I knew that dog. That Maloney's Bert. I knew that dog. He was a nice dog. Big brindle dog with a black nose. Bobby Hall had that dog for a while. Well, a lot of those breeders do that, man. You know, and then they want to hype a dog up. You know, they want to take a dog like Rick Rude and put him on the same level as a dog like Tyrone, where Rick Rude, uh, you know, he couldn't clean Tyrone's dog food bowl. But now these Hollandsworth dogs, man, they were game. They were game dogs. Um, so anyhow, as with all these people, it always comes to a head. And I ended up matching into old man Hollandsworth and went into his red man dog with my Zabo dog and went 2 hours and their dog quit. They went to pick him up, but he wouldn't scratch. And when I did that, old man didn't pay his bet and ran this ad in the damn paper, man. Hang on a second here. Put that in my local newspaper. I call them Hollandsworth dogs desert dogs, man. They kind of like a desert dog. Look like something come out of the desert. Yeah, real nice guy, man. Real nice guy. Yeah, yeah, swell fella. Welched on a $10,000 bet. Let's see here. And then of course you got, yeah, they did. Didn't pay it, man. And then of course you got the Dolly dog, which was, you know, basically the most famous brood bitch of the bunch. And when they bred the Dolly dog to Mayday, that's what produced. I mean, when they bred Dolly dog to Yellow, that's what produced Mayday. Yeah, that was pretty fucked up, man. That was pretty fucked up, Crappy King. Oh yeah, that's a true story. That's a true story. Hey, that's the truth, Greg. That's the truth. When I met him, he had one litter, and had that bitch, and had that one litter by Patty and Lady in Red, the first litter. They were about 10 months old. Old bastard. Oh, I knew him. I knew his kid, Ernie Jr. I knew all of them. You win some and you win some. Well, the damn Hollandsworth dogs today, I mean, what you see today, I mean, if you look at them, they don't really look the same. They look a lot different. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit the like button. I'm going to take the pictures down. I'll just take the pictures down. No pictures unless you hit the damn like button. I need at least 25 likes. Animals. And he bred a great dog when he bred Mayday. I mean, you can't knock it. You know, he might have been a dick and he might have done some dick stuff. But you know what? We all do dick stuff. We've all done dick stuff. You know, I've done dick stuff. You know, I had never welched on a bet, but I've done some dick stuff. So, you know, it's the way it goes. He had an attitude like he was above the law, you know. He was the retired chief of police in the town he lived in. But anyhow, that's all I got. Those are my private pictures of the Hollandsworth dogs. I hope you enjoyed them. And any more you want to talk about them, we can keep on talking. But I just wanted to throw those pictures up and use Hollandsworth in my header to get the likes and get people to look at the pictures. And now we can just have a chat. So, no, but he was messing with them dogs that were real heavy toot dogs. You know, like Patty. Patty was right out of Commander Whitehead and Red Baby. Okay? That's how Patty was bred. So he was a grandson of Tombstone. Thanks, John. he's a grandson of Tombstone, that Patty dog. And he's breeding that bitch right there to grandson of Tombstone. A grandson of Tombstone now. No, the Patty dog. Out of Commander Whitehead and Red Baby. I don't know what his pedigree says, but that's how he was bred. Oh, I imagine they'll be out there for the rest of my life. Paris, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. Mike Dan. Welcome. They were some good looking dogs. Trying to get some of these other pictures up. Her offspring, and they all look the same. Everything looks the same. They all look the same. He got lucky, that old bastard. That bitch was a good bitch, and she was a good producer. And, just like a lot of other guys in history end up with that right bitch and breed it to the right males. They just get lucky. Oh, he was big, man. He weighed 55, 60 pounds. Yep, Gaston had Hollandsworth stock. He mixed it with that buck blood. Undertaker blood was mixed with the Hollandsworth stuff. What do you say, Chris? what's going on, man? I was trying to pull up a pedigree. That Miss Leaky dog doesn't have any of that Hollandsworth blood in her. She's out of buck. But I'm looking up. I'm trying to find some modern Hollandsworth stuff. Peter Parker, there. Oh, yeah, the Red Pirate dog. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a great example. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a real good example. But I was thinking of more modern stuff, like, who's breeding it today? You can't hear me? You can't hear me? You got me? You can hear me? You can't hear me? You can't hear me? You can hear me? You can hear me? Let me beef up my audio here. How about that? How's that sound? Yeah. Cool. Oh, yeah. I turned the big microphone on. I turned the big one on, man. Got the big monster microphone on. Turn this shit all the way up. Woo! Now you can hear me. Oh yeah. Still alive and kicking, Josie. Kicking high, man. Kicking high. You know. Is what got. He's been dead since mid 90s, probably. Lanyard, what's going on, buddy? Game Dog Life, how's it going, man? Man, it's about time for bong hit, isn't it? Ain't it bong hit time? Time for bong hit. Oh, man. Holy shit. Sure, John. That ain't no problem, man. Yeah. You can give him my number. Shit. Tell him to call me now.
Powering on. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
Tell him to call me now.
You are now paired. Enjoy.
Shit, man, we'll put him on live. Hell yeah. Jeremy, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, you got allergies, huh? Yeah, man, I'd like to talk to Coy. See what Coy got to say. F. Cervantes, how's it going, man? Cervantes. Oh, yeah, I got the coronavirus. No, I'm hacking because I hit that bomb. That bomb was packed, man. Oh, everything's going great up here, man. Man, you ain't kidding. I like to do that on screen. All right, past history. Take it easy, man. I hear you, Josie. Nice. Nice. See you later, past history. So what else is going on? I'll tell you what, man. Oh, Hollandsworth was a card. You know, I skipped over a lot of that bad stuff, man. That whoever it was that brought it up, you know, it's no reason to just keep talking about that stuff. So, you know, I tend to skip over a lot of that stuff. So, sorry about that, but just the way it is. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Keith D, what's happening, buddy? How's it going, Keith? Good to see you, bud. Well, we rolled dogs one day up there at his house, and you know, he gave me a dog out of Pedro and Honey, and she looked good too. But just because she wasn't out of his breeding program, he let me have that dog. And she was right out of Grand Champion Pedro and Honey was right out of Snake and Missy. And she was a good-looking bitch. And she looked really good that day. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say she was the best-looking dog that day, but she sure wasn't no slouch. And he was like, I just don't want her. I don't need her. He said, you can have that dog. And gave me that dog that day. You know, shoot, I think I ended up winning at least one with her. And all he wanted was that bud, that, and I kind of understand it now. Because, I just fuck with my stuff. But he got on it early. But just messing with that one gene. That one particular gene. And, you can find that gene in various dogs. But you're looking for that one gene. I mean, like I said, man, he wasn't such a bad guy, man. He just, we all fuck up. We all do stupid shit. He's just an old man doing old man stuff. You have to understand, the guy was, in his 70s, in the late 80s. I mean, he was a dinosaur, man. The guy was raised in the 40s, 50s. I mean, he thought completely different than we did about everything. Him, you know. But that don't mean I'm still not pissed off about it. Oh, man. We had a good time, man. It was all part of the game, man. You got to remember, it was all just like a big old chessboard. We were all playing chess. It was just a big, sometimes you won and made a good move, and sometimes things didn't turn out the way you planned. And you just had to take your lumps, man, and keep riding. You couldn't dwell over shit like that. I mean, we won. I didn't get screwed out of nothing. It was Johnny Lai that got screwed out of the money, not me. Oh, I think the Alonso dogs are like the Hollandsworth dogs. They're real consistent. They all look the same, act the same, bark the same. Give little kisses the same. They're little small, 35-pound, kind of bow-legged, big heads. Look like Arpeggio. I mean, really, that's what the Alonzo dogs turned into the last 40 years. They all ended up looking like Lonzo. Bow-legged, loud motherfuckers. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Hey there, boy. What you doing over there? Arr. Oh, man. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. But they sure are pretty. They're pretty, man. Come on, man. Yeah, I know something about those dogs. I know I need something to drink. You know, what is that? Iced tea. Iced tea, lemon flavored iced tea. No alcohol. I don't drink that much alcohol. No. I don't drink that much alcohol. Ah, very delicious. No, just regular old Lipton brisk iced tea. It was on sale. he never made that call, Peter Parker. Does anybody know any history on the Niggerino dog when he took the count on the courtesy scratch? When he went out for number 4, wasn't it for his 4th? Ah, that is delicious. Hang on a second. I have to manually bring them up. 431-841. 431-841. Nah, never heard nothing back, man. Man, Lonzo didn't put that up. When was that put up? 2012. I've never heard Lonzo say that. I've known Lonzo very, very well. Very well. And I've never heard Lonzo say that story. Ever. That Jocko was out of Andy and Faye. Yeah, asking Sam that, man. No, Lonzo wasn't no KKK, man. I knew Lonzo Pratt, man. He wasn't no KKK. Lonzo was very, man, He didn't care black, white, orange, green. He didn't care. That ain't nice. You don't know nothing about Lonzo saying that, man. There's always been that cloud that hangs over Niggerino. You know? Uh-oh. Wait a minute here. Man, give me his number. I'll call him right now. I'll call him. I'll call him live. Y'all can listen. I'll call him up. Be like, "Yo, Sam, this is Fat Bill. I need to know. Did Niggerino quit?" Man, I ain't asking that dude that shit. No, 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 no. I'm not doing this shit live. You do it live. I'll rig it up where you can talk to him live. I'll go get the other phone and have it where you call him. Blairo! Woo! Blairo! Got time for a new horn. I think this one's about done. Blairo! 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 Uh-oh, here comes the Pucky. Pucky loves the horn. Here comes the Pucky. He's attracted to the horn. He comes to the horn. Here he is. Give Daddy some kisses. Oh, aren't you sweet? Mm. You're a good boy. You like that horn? Said, Daddy, I like that horn. I come running when I hear the horn. I know something's going on. Yeah. I come running for the horn. Yeah, I like it. I think he thinks he's going to get a treat or something. Well, he was a smart guy. He was a smart guy, and he did a great job chasing that toot gene. I mean, just look what he established. He you know, I mean, there's the. All right, my man, Mike Sherman. Thank you very much, Mike. There's the positive story about Hollandsworth is that regardless of his ignorance and regardless of his short-sightedness, he was able to focus on that gene. You know, he was after that one gene. And he said it. I remember him pulling out a pedigree. He had a 6th-generation pedigree from the ADBA. And all he had marked off on there, he had it highlighted, was Maloney's toot, Maloney's toot, Maloney's toot. And that's all he was after, was that Maloney's toot. And he was trying to line up off of Maloney's toot, off of everything he was breeding. And he did a great job, because I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of toot. Well, the majority of them look like Maloney's toot. Way more than they do now. Where now they got that kind of hound doggy look to them. But the original Hollandsworth stuff looked a lot like Maloney's toot. The preacher dog looked a hell of a lot like Maloney's toot. Yeah. Who's got the perfect bloodline? Who's got the perfect dogs? We want to see them. We want to see them. Show us the perfect dogs. I mean, everybody knows the stories about all these dogs. So what are you feeding? You know what? I'll bet he's feeding. I bet he's feeding Jeet Red Boy. You want to? Let's guess. Let's guess what flavored drink he's drinking, man. Greg, before he tells us, you got to guess. What do you think he's feeding? What do you think Peter Parker's feeding? And Peter Parker's going to have to tell us what he's feeding. You know how that goes. We're processing him now. Old Peter getting processed. All right, Mike, take it easy, man. Well, they say that Maloney's toot was an ace. And they say that Maloney's toot was a super dog that was like in the category like with Pit General. And and that's why he fixated on him. That's right, working stock. Everybody got a they all hound dogs. Uh-oh, Pucky got the bone. Pucky got the bone, man. He's serious now. You got anything you want to tell us? Huh? You want to tell us anything? Hmm? Well, that's a good answer. You know, but I stood there in the building with him. I mean, I stood there with him in the building. I mean, I'm trying to tell you a story about the guy. And he had a 6th-generation pedigree on the litter of Patty to Lady in Red. And all he cared about was toot. That's all he cared about was toot, 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 toot. He had it all marked off on the pedigree. And that's what he was breeding for. I mean, I'm just telling you what the man told me that day with his own lips and his own hands and his own paper and his own pen. Is that's what he was breeding for was toot. And if you look at his dogs, you can see it. They don't look like no bolio dogs. They don't, those are toot dogs. Those are toot dogs. I'm telling you. I mean, if you want a positive story about the guy, he told me what he was going to do and then he did it. And they were fairly game. Good 2-hour dogs. Patty was out of Commander Whitehead and Red Baby. I don't know what his papers said, but I know he was out of Whitehead and Red Baby. I don't know what his papers said. Yeah, I don't believe that though, man. Yeah, I don't believe that. still don't believe it though, man. Patrick don't, you know. I mean, it was just a puppy that Atlas Brewer bought from Patrick. I mean, that's where he came from. And then when Garner bought Brewer's Yard, he came with Brewer's Yard. Well, whatever works for everybody, whatever works. So that made him happy that it was Golden Boy. Man, Patrick fucks up so many papers. He fucks up so much paperwork. It's pathetic. I can't even keep up with it anymore. Yeah, and then I don't even think Patrick knows. I mean, have you seen a picture of him lately? I mean, he doesn't even have clean clothes. I mean, dude looked like Uncle Fester, man. I felt sorry for him. He looked like one of those people that they used to, you know, when they used to have that TV show Cops, and they used to yank people out of cars with duct tape on the sides of the cars and shit. He looked like one of those people that would be in the car with the duct tape on it. And what's up with the bald, man? Man, that's a cut on Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger looks vicious. Patrick looked, he did not look vicious. Patrick looked fragile. Patrick looked autistic. Patrick looked like he needed some medicine to stop seizures. Looked like he was on seizure medicine, you know? Oh, man. Anyhow, poor old Pat. I sure hope he gets a clean hoodie. Matter of fact, maybe we ought to start a GoFundMe for Pat. Get him some clean clothes. I got an AGDT hoodie I could send him. Like Dr. Evil, man. If Dr. Evil was a crack baby, Yeah, that's true. He got plenty of money. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. JK, which Roka dog are you talking about? Mini me. You ain't kidding, man. Get a toupee. Get something. Cover that shit up. A hat. A hat would work. You know, nice hat. Try a hat. Anyhow. But no, dude didn't know how his dogs were bred. But he gave old Hollandsworth a good one. That bitch that Hollandsworth got was a good bitch. Just like when Floyd Boudreaux got that spook dog from when Jerry Clemens got the spook dog from Floyd Boudreaux, he got him a good one. You know, once in a while, you know, a breeder ends up with a great bitch. And Ernest Hollingsworth ended up with that lady in red dog. And that lady in red dog, oh man, that Frio Boys Rocco was a hell of a dog. Yeah, that was a bulldog right there, man. Now, I never seen him. Norman Hooton loved that dog. Norman made that breeding. I didn't make that breeding. Norman Hooton made that breeding. That breeding was made by Norman Hooton. Yeah, that was Norman's bitch. The Miss Bolero dog, she belonged to Norman. And Norman made that breeding. So, that's the breeding that produced the bad times and the hard times dog. All right, Brandon. Take it easy, man. What do you say, Sean? Lero! My horn's about dead. Oh, what he meant was that he thought that Ed might be little and I need an address. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that was bred by the man himself. Yeah, Norman Hooton made those breedings. Uh, that's uh, that's good stuff right there, man. Yeah, we definitely need to send Pat a shirt. Fix him up. Well, oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Send him an extra large. Somebody give me an address. I'm sure he'll wear it. Man, he'll wipe his ass with it and mail it back to me. It's crazy like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Be a waste of a good shirt. He'll probably wipe his ass with it and then wear it. Be like, I wiped my ass with this shirt and then I wore it. Man, oh man. Well, anyhow, getting back to the story. But the result of all of this, of everything, was of course Mayday, man. Let me start back with the original picture I put up. And that's what was the that's from the original association, that old man and that dog come the Mayday dog. And they bred that dolly bitch to the yellow dog. Oh, I got my pictures in here wrong. There we go. That's better. No. And of course, Mayday He's definitely going to be a foundation dog and a prolific bloodline. Oh, I think it's a good bloodline. I mean, it keeps growing, keeps getting them letters added to it. It started out Red Boy Jocko. Now it's Red Boy Jocko. What's the BT mean on the end there? Red Boy Jocko. What's BT? Red Boy Jocko BT. What does that mean? I don't know what that means on the end there. Bolio Tombstone. Red Boy Jocko Bolio Tombstone. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never seen one. I mean, I guess that's the I mean, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. I mean, that's what Mayday is. Yeah, that's what Mayday is. I mean, he's Red Boy Jocko Bolio Tombstone. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a foundation bloodline. I mean, it's here to stay. They're not going nowhere. They're definitely a family of dogs that people enjoy owning and breeding. That's the results of his program, and it's definitely they're great dogs. I mean, you can't take nothing from them, and you got to give credit where credit's due. You know, congratulations to Earnest Hollingsworth and his fantastic work as a breeder. He did a great job. So anyhow, well, that's about all I got. It's almost 2 hours. I tell you, man, it's tough to sit here and talk for 2 hours and be interested and continue to talk. Um, so don't forget about the Carlos's Boudreaux project on at lunchtime Saturday. They're gonna draw the puppy. They're gonna have the raffle for the puppy on Saturday. Let's see here. No, I did. Valero! Valero!
This is what's in the pedigree of the puppies. Pedigree of the puppies that y'all about to see. That y'all about to get by Raffle puppy.
Here, I'll just pull it up
the
for you.
sire puppies that y'all about to see. That y'all about to get by Raffle puppy. Puppies that y'all about to see. That y'all about to get by Raffle puppy. This is the sire. But of course, Floyd. I'll show you his pedigree right quick. And of course, about to get by Raffle puppy. This is the sire. But of course, Floyd. But I'll show you his pedigree right quick. And of course, sure, for Sprocket. The ADBA messed that around. The sire is supposed to be Sprocket. And damn, obviously it's Furia, but it's, you know, it is what it is.
First last. Check that pedigree out right
pedigree
there.
Right quick.
There.
And of course, sure,
that's your boy right there.
The ADBA messed that around. The sire is supposed to be Sprocket. And damn, I'll show you his pedigree right quick. And of course,
don't do that, man.
For Sprocket.
Don't do that.
The ADBA messed that around. The sire is supposed to be Sprocket. And damn, obviously it's Furia, but for Sprocket. The ADBA messed that around. The sire is supposed to be Sprocket.
I'm good.
Damn, obviously it's Furia, but it's, you know, it is what it is. Sprocket. And damn, obviously it's Furia, but it's, you know, it is what it is.
That you donate.
It's, you know, it is what it is. So we'll run down his list.
The Floyd deal on that project thing. You get a ticket.
It's, you know, it is what it is. So we'll run down his list. Whoever buy.
And if I happen to win,
whoever
we
buys,
can auction that puppy off.
Whoever buys, wins the raffle, is about to get a real, buys, wins the raffle, is about to get a real serious animal. I'm just going to run down. Raffle is about to get a real serious animal.
Whatever it goes for.
I'm just going to run down.
It goes for $300-$400, that's fine. It goes for $3,000-$4,000, that's
generation package, this is what you run down everything to y'all.
See what it goes for.
When you get your 4th generation package, this is what you're gonna see.
Seriously, down
in your
win.
dog. And here, get your 4th generation package. This is what you're gonna see in your dog. And here, betting course, baby. All right.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
Here we go. Boom. Let's see, the sire is Bujo's Martyr. This is the red boy side of it all. Right here is 3/4 Boudreaux, 1/4 Red Boy dog right here. So run down Boudreaux's Marty. And come down to Bailey's Jake Redbone, Bailey's Bingo. Alright? Bailey's Chris,
Man, I don't
Peppermint
mess
Patty,
with you.
Jake Redbone. And you'll see, maybe you won't.
If I get my
seventh generation, you'll see it.
They are well
5
packaged.
generations, but overall, here's what it is.
I know what I
That's
got.
what you're gonna see. That's the damn side, so we're gonna run back. Here's what it is. And that's what you're gonna see.
Well,
that's the damn side, so we're gonna run back.
We'll have to break here.
That's the red boy. And that's what
It's
you're gonna
time for me to
see.
hit the
That's
eye.
the damn side, so we're gonna run back. That's the red boy
Oh,
side.
It's 6
And
o'clock.
we come down here.
Good 2
The
hours.
dog I'm
left.
chasing, that's
Go out
the
there and clean up a
red
little
boy
bit.
side. And we come down here.
Change some
The dog I'm
water.
chasing, obviously, is that sprocket
It's been
dog.
hot all day.
So that's why we come down here.
So I will
The
talk to
dog
y'all
I'm
later,
chasing,
man.
obviously, is that sprocket dog. So that's why
What do you say,
even this puppy, I'm breeding back to one of these puppies, it
How you doing?
obviously is that sprocket dog. So that's why even this puppy, I'm breeding back to one of these puppies, it'd be serious for me. So that's why even this puppy, I'm breeding back to one of these puppies, it'd be serious for me. So we're just gonna run back there here. Again, this is the, even this puppy, I'm breeding back to one of these puppies, it'd be serious for me. So we're just gonna run back there here. Again, this is the dam of the puppies. So we're just gonna run back there here. Again, this is the dam of the puppies right here. Boom, this of the puppies right here. Boom, this of the puppies right here. Boom, this, when you just look down this pedigree, and I'm not lying. If I'm lying, boom, this, when you just look down this pedigree, and I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. If you look down this pedigree, and I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. If you look down this pedigree of these pups.
Well, all I know is I want to go out there
If you
and
look
walk
down
around, man.
this
Sun's
pedigree of
setting,
these
and
pups.
it's real nice out there. And it's time for me to go walk around the
Pedigree of
yard.
these pups.
I got to make some phone calls tonight. So
Somebody about to get a serious animal.
I'll be sure to catch up with
That's all I can say about that.
everybody.
Get a serious animal.